going to talk to you about CPHI, China Pharmaceutical Holdings Incorporated. The stock went from 84 cents to 3.4 roughly dollars in pre-market this morning. It was falling. I let the trend develop. I drew my lines and I got in, and then I almost had a loss, but I was like, no, I'm going to hold on to it. I held on until it reached my purchase price, and then I sold it, and then it dropped, which was like, I mean, it was a waste of a day. I literally watched this the entire day, and that's all I did. I should have sold, I should have worked with, am I going to talk about this first? I didn't want to talk about technicals first. I can. You know what? I'll talk about technicals first. Okay, so, what I did, I used the same strategy that I used in the past 2 or 3 videos that I made. I think it was past two videos I posted. So first step is you have a stock that goes really high, and then it should fall roughly halfway. When it falls roughly halfway, usually it starts to uptrend, but this one didn't. It went down. So it looked kind of like a pump and dump, but it's not technically a pump and dump unless the information is false. At least that's what Google says. Google says that it's not a pump and dump. It's only a pump and dump when, look, pump and dump definition, stock. It's a scheme that attempts to boost a stock price based on false, misleading, exaggerated statements. There's nothing exaggerated here. They told the truth. Okay, so this isn't a pump and dump. Yeah, but it did get pumped, and it did get dumped. It sounds like, yeah, it sounds contradictory, but whatever. So here's what I did. I joined the highs with a line. This line is more, it respects like the exact highs. This line respects more of like the general, like majority. It's more like a regression. So it captures most of the points on the highs. I actually think it's kind of much lower if we're going to capture most of the highs. It's going to be there. Anyways, then you grab that line, you copy it, you paste it, and then you want to identify discount prices. People who bought at like the best prices. So I would say that these people bought at the best prices. These guys, these guys, these guys. You know what? Hold on. I'm just curious. Did this guy really buy at a best price? Yeah, he kind of did, because, I mean, even though the stock price didn't get to do a false breakout like it did over here, if you had entered here, you still could have got out over here. So basically, when you buy at a discount, you're mitigating your risk, and you can get out at either false breakout or potential false breakout, or even as long as you make profit. As long as you make profit, you're good. So anyways, these people, I thought, whoever bought here, were really smart. So that's where I was aiming for. That's where I was aiming for. My line was about over here. It was a really like lenient line, I think. And the problem with that was, actually, it was pretty good. Like, it actually made sense. Like, I think if I had respected the line just a bit more, I would have made money, because I got in at 1.14, but if I had got in at 1.1, this stock like went over 1.1 all day. Like, there's many moments that it went over 1.11. And then another thing I wish I did was, I mean, I don't wish I did it. I'm glad my position size was low, but I would have rather had much stricter entry and much higher position size, because with a much stricter entry, so if let's say I was really harsh and I only wanted prices that were gonna be like amazing prices. So from here, here, okay, wouldn't have taken that, it's not low enough. Wouldn't have taken any of these, it's not low enough. Then I would have drawn a new line, and I would have let the chart develop, and then I would have drawn a new trend line, like I said. So then I would have, I don't know, so I see like support and resistance is going like this. Okay, so then I can draw a new trend line. It will go like this. We're now in an uptrend. So same principle sort of applies. We're connecting the tops. Well, technically you want to connect the bottoms. You want to connect the bottoms first, sorry. Okay, we're going to connect majority of the bottoms in an uptrend. And then we're going to get rid of this line. We're going to copy this line, paste it, and then we're going to find the premium prices, okay? So these are the prices we want to be selling at. This one, this one. So you would have bought, like, when it touched this line, or roughly, right? Hold on, let me just double check. Would I have definitely, yeah, yes. So you would have bought when it touched this line, because it was an uptrend. Slight uptrend. So this would have been okay to buy at. This would have been okay to buy at. These are great prices to buy at. Like this 1.06 level, excellent place. And then you could have sold here at 1.12. Could have sold here at 1.1. Well, that's kind of 1.12, 1.13, and then 1.14. But I got it at pretty much 1.14, so I didn't have like, I didn't have a good pattern. So yeah, I think I will be really strict with my trend lines to identify discount prices. And if I don't get them, like I didn't get them here, I miss out on a trade, no problem. That's okay. It's better than breaking even because I'm just stressed the entire day and then I can't look at other stocks. So that was my strategy here. It worked out pretty well. I'm so glad I entered at the price that I did because I heard a lot of other shitty prices. This is what I was looking at like every now and then. Most of the time I was staring at CPHI, but this is what I was looking at every now and then. The stock of the day, if you had gotten in it, was SEAC. If you got in it, you're a genius. That was the best stock to go long on because it went from, I don't know what's the percentage here, it went from 46 to like 141%. That's awesome, man. I wish I got an SEAC. The fundamentals. So I'm going to go through it very quickly. I know there's some people who actually care about this stuff, so I'm going to post this and let me talk to you about it. So the reason it went up, they posted this article 2 days ago or 3 days ago, whatever, at, 5 p.m., March 26th. So company, China Pharma Holdings, they also have a fully integrated specialty pharmaceuticals subsidiary based in China. I think that's like all they have, no? Either way, whatever. Not important. The reason this went up, I think it's because that analysts generally, they just want to see whether earnings were beat. They had a loss, but their loss was an improvement by 17.8 million from last year. Very good. Revenue remained constant, gross margin improved, loss per common share improved. And then they said COVID-19 had a substantial negative impact on sales. They launched a wash-free sanitizer. They launched a particulate respiratory medical mask. They also did a one-time COVID-19 tester export, which was helpful for their revenue. It gave them like 1.7 million or something extra revenue, and that made their decreased normal revenue equivalent to last year's revenue. So then now they also did a product that passed biological equivalence experiments. That just means they did an experiment and then in reality, it had the same effect. And that is biological equivalence. So then we plan to submit relevant documentation data to NMPA in the near future. NMPA is National Medical, what administration? What was it? Patient? What was it? Damn it, I forget that last, what was it? P was products, damn it. Okay, so they're a regulatory body and they make sure that medical devices, drugs, and cosmetics are safe. So they're saying they're planning to submit relevant data to them. So that's good. And then they had some BS here. And then there was this receipt of audit opinion with going concern explanatory paragraph. So somebody on StockTwits posted something saying, where was it? Let me just find it for 1 second. Hold on. Oh, come on, let me find it. Okay, here it is. Here it is. So 2 people said this during the day. They were like, audit says fraud. Here we go. Let's click it. So this is the article that was posted on Seeking Alpha, and it's legit. I didn't know. I actually commented saying, you know what, this is Seeking Alpha. This is BS. News sources doesn't even, you know, it's not an official press release. It's in the official press release. It's there. It's right here. It says company incurred recurring losses from operations, has net current liabilities, and accumulated deficit that raises substantial doubt about its ability to continue as a growing concern. So that's true. It does suck, but it's not a big deal. They have kind of like a strategy to mitigate that, which is good. This is their strategy. They said to alleviate, I mean, like, I can tell you straight up what their strategy is. Their strategy is to like go into nutrition products, and then also they have fixed assets which can serve as collateral. So they're okay, but they can't give any guarantee that they're going to remain a going concern. But they also said, what was it? Oh, while the current plans will allow a company to fund its operations in the next 12 months. So you're good for the next 12 months. Don't worry. I mean, if you're holding the stock, don't worry too much. They seem like a good company. And I've seen this company on the stock market like popping a few times. One thing I can show you is the algo signals. And I kind of wish I listened to them. I think in retrospect, I'll probably, because this time my entry was mainly based on drawings, to be honest. I didn't even think too carefully about the algo signals. I'm getting a lot of signals because it's sensitive, but I could have picked one of them and like gone with it. So bought here, sold here, bought here, sold here, and then just kind of wait for like a good rise. But like I would have had a bunch of commission losses, so that would have sucked. But you know what? When you work with volatility like this, it can be really good. For example, there were a few times during the day, particularly these few times, where it would have been good to work with volatility. Like if you had bought over here, let's see. I'm going to show you the slow signals. The slow signals were a lot better. In general, they're kind of a lot better. But anyways, it probably said to buy over here. Okay, so this one said to buy over here at 1.07. I think you should, you know, combine indicators when you're doing this. I can also go over like, so RSI would have been pretty good. RSI said to buy over here. It said to sell over here. This is a combination of RSI and MACD that I created. You could have like bought over here and held and held and held. And then here's MACD. This is my MACD. It's a little different. And then I could have sold over here at 1.1 or sold here at 1.14. Both of them were good prices. I would have been interested in buying at 1.09 and then selling here at 1.14. That was a good trade. Then I don't think I would, like there was a big dip here. And a lot of people, not a lot of people, but there were a few people saying that like, oh, this is my stop loss, I'm getting out. This is when people should be buying. So be careful. Don't just like, this is what my mentality was. When it did this, I was like, it's going to rise. It's already low. Like people who were short selling this even, like they were like, oh, it's going to go lower. It's like, it's already really low. Yes, it is much lower right now. I think during extended hours, it is a lot lower, but it already dropped. It already dropped so much. Like, what are you trying to do? Anyways, I'm done talking about this. Oh, one thing I didn't mention, like the person spelled gap wrong, and then bad debt expenses. It was like, do you guys know what bad debt expense is? Bad debt expense is like, it's nothing. It's like when you can't collect from your customers. It's when you write off accounts receivables. That's not reason to go out of business. That just means you can't collect from a few of your customers. Sure, it was a big number, but like not that big. It's not like in the millions. So I didn't care about that. That's pretty much all I have to say. Hope you enjoyed the video. Sorry it was so long, but maybe it proved to be useful in some respect. Maybe you learned something. I don't know. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.